Hey everyone, I'm Lana Sackwild and I'm super excited to be with you all today as I have a really great topic to talk about. This topic is lucid decision making. It can be really tough wanting to make a big life decision. Maybe you're someone who's pretty analytic, and so for you it might even be tough making those small life decisions as well. We know that small decisions can lead up to really big opportunities, so the chances are that even the small decisions can be equally, if not more important than huge decisions on this path of self-development and growth as well. I'm in a profession where I'm working with a lot of big dreamers, entrepreneurs, creative minds, and all different types of people from all walks of life, all different kinds of backgrounds and cultures. And with this level of experience, one of the huge things that I've been able to see in this practice is that decision making is hugely important for every single person. I think no matter what background or culture you come from, just making decisions can be a really tricky part of any process. Lots of my students begin working with me as people who are worried that making a decision, they might mess up or that they'll do something wrong. But I think that there's one really big global element that we know helps all of us in this practice of making decisions, and that is sleep. Ever heard of the age-old phrase to sleep on something? This is because when we go to sleep, we're able to enter that state of relaxation and rest, and we're able to clear our minds. We're able to relieve some of those in the moment stressors that we put ourselves in or that we experience during average day to day, right? And so instead, as we're dreaming, our minds are able to form new neural pathways. We're able to see things and process things in a completely different way to how we would in the waking state. We can see from that kind of altered perspective. And this is why we have the ability to process information differently as we sleep or creatively problem solve as we sleep as well. So in this training session today, I want to share more about the art of sleeping and actually about the art of dreaming your way to making a decision lucidly, and a few of the things that have really helped me when it comes to this kind of process. Please say hi to me in the comments, give me a hashtag live or a hashtag replay. So let me know who you are, your kind of lucid dreaming experience so far, and where you're tuning in from. And I also want to say a massive thank you to all of you who have been following my series on YouTube. This week we hit 500 subscribers, and that really does truly mean a lot to me. So thank you so much for all of you who have been enjoying these free training sessions or benefiting from the practice of lucid dreaming and lucid living with me. If you haven't subscribed, do hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date on all the weekly lucid dreaming and lucid living content for self-development, entrepreneurial expansion, and transpersonal mastery. And if you're watching on YouTube, do consider hopping over onto Facebook and joining us in the Lucid Dreaming and Lucid Living free Facebook community, where you can catch these episodes live, and you can also join in with other dreamwork discussions in the group throughout the week. All right, let's just dive in. So key one to lucid decision making is adequate sleep. As I mentioned, we have this phrase to sleep on it, which really helps with the process, but do not underestimate how much better your brain functions with a solid 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Scientific studies now show that if you lack sleep, your brain is actually functioning worse than if you were someone who was drunk. So strangely, we're actually really bad at deciphering this. It might not feel or seem like you're functioning worse than you would do if you were drunk, but maybe the room's not spinning necessarily. You don't have those alcoholic effects. But if you don't have a good night's sleep, you are absolutely functioning badly and you're not in the best place to make any kind of important decision. So next time you have an important decision to make, and if you're running on a lack of sleep, the first kind of thing that you want to think about and ask yourself is, would I make this decision if I was drunk right now? And if the answer is no, this is definitely not a decision that you should be making if you're tired or if you're lacking sleep. If you got under 7 hours of sleep last night, you are in no fit state to decide on anything, especially an important decision. So the second key to this process is actually sleeping more and using that space to ask your dreams for clarity. This is a technique that I use all the time, and it frequently blows my mind, to be honest, that more people don't have any idea that they can do this or take advantage of this practice. Our brains and our bodies are going through so many unconscious and so many subconscious processes all throughout the day. There's a lot going on within us, and a lot more than we're ever even truly aware of. Our minds are these incredibly powerful machines, right, that are capable of much more than we ever really think they are. So if you actually let yourself sit before you go to bed or before you go to sleep and you write out a request to your dream space, to God, to your higher self, to however you want to frame it, that asks for clarity within your dreams on a particular decision that you're looking to make at the moment, you will receive that clarity that you're looking for. Your brain is paying attention to what you're prioritizing in your life and the things that you need to process, even at that subconscious level. So that's why if you have a really important test coming up, or you've got an important meeting or a flight to catch, and you tell yourself, all right, I've got to make sure I wake up at 5:30 a.m. tomorrow morning, your brain takes note of this, right? And have you ever had that experience where you got to wake up at 5:30 or you got to be awake at a particular time, and then your brain wakes you up at 5:28 a.m. You wake up right before your alarm was going to go off. Have you ever experienced that kind of amazingness? This function works the same way. If you do something simple like asking for clarity on a decision before you go to sleep, your sleeping mind will help you actually decipher that answer that you're looking for. As a side note to this, sometimes we'll receive the answer in a pretty strange or unexpected way, right? It's not all the time that our dreams necessarily make sense. Maybe you ask your dream space of a request, or you say, I need to decide between this and this, or I need some clarity on this situation, and you have a really vivid dream, you have all this imagery, but you're not sure what any of it meant. It feels significant, but you don't know how to decipher it. If that's the case, you're going to want to check out my previous video that I recorded last week, and that's about how to decipher the meanings of your repeating dream themes and patterns. And that video is going to really help you and teach you a simple strategy for how to understand what your dreams are actually trying to show you. And the last key that I want to share in this training for you today is key number 3, and that's lucid mentorship. This is the one that I feel most excited about, and I think people can actually really benefit from. If you're an experienced lucid dreamer, you might have noticed how there's particular dream characters that I call conscious characters who we can meet in the lucid dreaming space, and they seem to have a mind or a consciousness of their own. They're not like those dream character puppets that are more like background actors, or they don't have much going on for them. These conscious characters are able to tell us really incredible information that seems to come from somewhere outside of our own selves or our own consciousness. I've been really shocked numerous times when I've asked these conscious characters questions that I wouldn't personally know the answer to, and then I've woken up and I've Googled this information that they've told me, and it turns out to be correct. I've also been really surprised about how I can ask questions that I don't know the answers to, or talk about problems with them that I couldn't figure out in the regular waking state, and they've then provided me with the exact information or clarity that I've been looking for. I'm not going to claim to know how any of this actually works. All I know is that it does work, and it's a really effective technique that I've developed for this is what I call lucid mentorship. So this is where, upon getting lucid in the dream space, you call in a particular mentor or guru who you believe would have a better answer to your question or problem or situation than you currently do, or a mentor who would really be able to help you in making a decision. For example, if your decision is in connection to finances, then you might want to call in someone like Tony Robbins or Warren Buffett, someone who's really clued up on the financial world. Or if your decision was in connection to health, then it might benefit you to call in that fitness trainer that you used to work with, or a health guru that you follow on Instagram or Facebook. Have a think about the person or the mentor whose advice you would actually most benefit from with this particular decision that you're looking to make, and summon them into your lucid dream to actually go through and have this discussion with them. So those are my 3 keys for you today on lucid decision making. If you enjoyed this video, or if you're thinking about giving any of the above steps a go, I would love to hear from you. Comment below with your key takeaways and let me know your plan for lucid decision making. I want to finish this off by just saying, if you're watching because you're someone who has a really tough decision to make, know that you have all the answers within you. You are amazing, you are incredible, you're a conscious creator, you're an amazing human being, and I know that you have got this. So believe in yourself, and I'm hoping you're having an amazing Friday so far. Ask your dreams for guidance. This stuff really works. It can really help and take you to that next level in terms of figuring out problem solving and decision making. As always, I really love hearing the results that you guys achieve from these free trainings. If you do decide to give any of the above a go and it works out for you, please send me a DM on Instagram or Facebook, or contact me via my website, which is lanasackwild.com. Wishing you all a weekend full of big dreams, lucidity, and abundance. Thank you so much, and I'll see you the same time next week. Bye.